Hi there. How do you make money quickly in interior design? This is a question I get asked a lot. And you know what? I love this question, but I also hate it. I love it because I was there. Back in 2015, I had no money. I had a low-paid job which I hated, and I was broke at the end of each month. And sometimes I had to go without meals just to make sure my boys were fed. I was a solo mum raising these two kids all by myself. No backup, no nothing, and I wanted a quick fix. Something that would kickstart my dream of having my own interior design business. But I also hate this question because in reality, it takes time to build the foundations of a successful business. Many people just want to skip over this part and forget or are impatient to build the solid foundations that you need to have a business that will stand the test of time and reward you for years to come. But today I'm going to show you how you can make money fast, because there is a way to do this. We're in an economy crisis. People are losing their jobs, and I want to give you the roadmap on how you can do this. So today I'm going to break this down step by step so that you can start making money in the next 30 days. But before we dive in, I want to give you my free essential checklist on how to start and grow your interior design business from scratch. This is an easy to follow guide which walks you through all the essential steps to start your interior design business, even if you're new, or even if you've already started and you're struggling to know what to do next. Just click the link below the video and it's yours to have now for free. So grab a pen and paper, take notes, and here we go. Welcome to episode 7 of the MOOC channel, where I'm going to help you turn your talents of interior design and turn them into a profitable business and start making money doing something that you love. I'm your host, Angela Drakeford, and it's so good to have you here today. So today I'm going to talk about how you can kickstart your income from interior design, no matter where you're located in the world, and with zero overheads or outgoings. So does this sound like a dream come true to you? Well, I'm going to show you how to turn this into a reality. And this is by offering your interior design services online. This is how I started my interior design business and still use this method today to create a steady income alongside my super projects. Now, the super projects are the projects that take time, effort, and energy to work on. These are the projects that demand more time and more one-on-one time. But the model I'm going to show you today is different. This model requires no home visits with expensive fuel costs. No need to leave your home and pay for childminders if you've got children. And you can be based anywhere in the world and still get paying clients. And the best part of it is that all the money that you make is pure profit. Now, how does that sound? So how do you get started? Well, the first thing you need to have is an internet connection and a laptop, which I presume you've already got if you're watching this. You also need to have something to draw your layouts up on. There are many free tools out there which you can use, like Floor Planner or Smart Draw or SketchUp, which is the one that I use, but they're all really easy to use and are free. So what's involved? There are several steps that you need to have in place in order for this model to be effective and profit-making. And it all comes down to organisation and efficiency. You don't want your projects to be going on for months. You want a quick turnaround so that you can move on to the next project and have money flowing into your business. So the first step is the initial consultation. This is where you give your client an overview of the service you're offering, explaining the processes, the timelines, and what the client can expect from you. A bonus tip here is to keep these stages short enough for your client to stay focused, but long enough to realistically produce the work. A questionnaire or a checklist can be really useful here for the client to fill out and gather detailed preferences, including the client style preferences, functional needs, budget, and any specific requirements for the space. So here are some example questions you could ask. What is your primary goal for the design project? This is so you can understand their expectations and what they hope to achieve. Do they have any specific design styles in mind? So this is to gauge their tastes and preferences. What is the function of the space that you're designing? And this is to ensure the design meets the practical needs of the space. You need to ask what the budget is for the project so that you can align your design ideas with the financial constraints. Do you have any colour preferences or colour aversions so you can tailor the colour scheme to the client's likes and desires? Are there any existing pieces of furniture or decor that you'd like to incorporate into the new design? This is so you can understand what needs to be worked into the new design. What is your timeline for completing this project? And this is so you can plan the project schedule effectively. How do you and others use the space that you're designing? And this is so you can create a functional design that accommodates their daily activities. Ask them if they have any inspiration images or mood boards to share, so you can get a visual understanding of their desired aesthetic. You need to get photos and measurements, including floor space and ceiling heights, and any special features such as fireplaces or cornices. Inspiration images or mood images from the client are really important so you can understand their personal style preferences. The next step is to give them a design concept that includes mood boards, colour schemes, and an initial layout option. A video call or a presentation is really helpful so that you can gauge their reactions to their likes or dislikes, and you can walk through the concepts and gather valuable feedback. The next step is to get final approval on the chosen design concept. This is the opportunity for the client to give any additional details or changes. Now, these need to be reasonable requests in line with the initial project brief. Any changes which are different from the brief can be charged at an additional fee. The next step is to produce the detailed floor plans, any 3D renderings and finishes of the final design. Also, a list of fixtures and furniture and finishes along with where to purchase them from. You can also give them a detailed project timeline and implementation guide for how long it will realistically take them to get the work done. Give them ongoing support via email or schedule calls to help with any questions or challenges that might arise during the implementation of the design. Additional resources or referrals or links to trusted suppliers or purchasing materials or a downloadable guide on how to find a trusted contractor are all really useful. At the end of the completed project, make sure you get photos of the completed space and feedback on the project and the overall satisfaction of your service. And at this stage, make sure you get a testimonial. Ask the client to write one, or even better, get them to do a video so that you can either screen grab it or download it and put it onto your social media or website. A final review call with the client is always great to ensure the client is satisfied, and this is the opportunity to discuss any final touches. Now to pricing your online services. The cost of a remote interior design package can vary widely, depending on your experience, the scope of the project, and the level of customization required. Generally, designers offer packages starting from £500 for a single room design to £5,000 or more for a comprehensive design package covering multiple rooms or even an entire home. It's important for you to clearly communicate what is included in each package and any additional costs that might arise. For example, revisions beyond the agreed number or any assistance in purchasing. Okay, so how to get yourself out there and get in front of the people who need your services right away. So the first thing is to decide on your target customer and who this is. Be as specific as you can possibly get with this, as this will make your marketing a lot easier and easier to get in front of the people who you want to work with or help. Why? Well, because this is when you start talking about the problems that you can solve, and you will be talking directly to them. And this is so powerful in grabbing their attention and making them want to take the next step, which is to work with you. So are these young people who have just bought their first home and need help in decorating or designing the space? So a bonus tip here is just because they're on a budget, this doesn't mean you have to charge rock bottom prices. It's all about the value you can bring to them. Quite often, once you've designed a room and they love it, this will lead on to more work for you in other areas of their house, which will give you continued work with them. Or are your target customers people who have failing restaurants or cafes who need a boost to their profits and get more customers through the door? Whoever they are, you need to be specific. And trust me when I say this, by focusing on your niche, the people who you really want to serve, it won't drive the other people away who want to work with you as well. It will just get rid of the time wasters, the people who sap your energy and then walk away just before it's time to sign the agreement and put their money where their mouth is. Creating content that gives a ton of value, like blogs and YouTube videos, are really great for this. But the key to these are that you need to be consistent for them to work. So choose something that you can commit to once a week and stick to it. Consistency will always win over randomly posting content every few weeks. And the great thing about these are that they give people so much value, and it makes them understand that you're an expert in the industry. And it also gives you authority over everybody else out there. And they're also great for SEO and getting you ranked up on the Google pages. Now, you must include a call to action in every piece of content you put out there. Maybe this is to schedule a discovery call or offer a free consultation. So your website. This needs to be simple and the focus being on how you help people, how you solve people's problems. So on your homepage, make sure you clearly show your testimonials. And if you haven't got any of these just yet, ask your friends and family if you have helped them in the past and how you have transformed their spaces. So on your portfolio page, use before and after photographs. These are probably one of the most powerful marketing strategies that you can have, as they can see how you have transformed the space. One of my students had perfectly finished photographs in magazines such as Elle Decoration, which looked great and they were amazing, but she struggled with having any customers. So when I suggested that she put before and after photos on her website, it literally transformed her business to now her having to turn clients away as she is so busy. On your About page. So this is not about you and your history. It's about how you help people. Make sure you have a call to action on every page, such as book a discovery call, and do not put your prices on your website. Some people argue that this gives transparency, and yes, it does. But if they are a cool lead, so not quite committed to buy just yet, and you haven't had the opportunity to tell them how you can solve their specific problem, this could put people off if they don't yet understand the value of how you can transform their lives, and it can possibly leave money on the table, so don't do it. Now, if I was to say, here's a £200 course, would you buy it? No, of course you wouldn't. Yet if I was to say, here's a £200 course, which will guarantee that you will make £1,000 off the back of it, would you buy it? Well, of course you would. And it's the same here. If you can show them that you can turn their failing businesses around and get 200 more customers in a week by doing X, Y, and Z, which will increase their profits by X amount. Who's going to say no to that? This is done in the discovery call, where you're warming them up and getting them excited to work with you. This model has changed my life and my business, and it's allowed me to survive through recessions. It's given me the cash flow to get started all those years ago, and it's given me a constant good cash flow ever since. Now, if you haven't already, don't forget to download my free essential checklist on how to start and grow your interior design business from scratch. It's super helpful and it's free. Just click the link below the video and it's yours now for free. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below and I'll reply to each and every one of them. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening, and have a great rest of your day, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you soon.